19-year-old Luis was working 3 jobs, and he was still struggling to make ends meet. He had dropped out of high school, and his lack of a diploma held him back. When Luis and his girlfriend found out they were expecting a child, Luis knew he had to get serious. That's when he joined EOC Fresno Local Conservation Corps, commonly known as LCC. When he interviewed for his position with the Corps, Luis said he wanted to be a Corps member that stepped forward and looked out for the crew. During this past year, Luis has proven that he is a man of his word. Luis has met and exceeded LCC's expectations on multiple fronts. He earned his high school diploma, along with 2 Student of the Month awards and an Honor Roll award. He participated in over 20 community service events. He gained job training in construction, grounds maintenance, and green building maintenance. Additionally, Luis earned a number of certifications, including his Class C driver's license. This past summer, Luis took his leadership position as a senior Corps member seriously. He worked alongside Josh Christofferson, a veteran and LCC's Mission Continues Fellow, to help lead over 60 Corps members through a 7-week emergency preparedness course. As Josh said, Luis was my right-hand man. He did an excellent job as a role model and a leader. One of Luis's most important leadership roles at LCC was as a peer mentor for the Corps' Proving Our Parenting Skills, or POPS program. This Project of the Year award-winning program gives young fathers the skills and support that can help them become the best parents they can be. Luis helped other parents in the Corps work through the POPS program's classes in anger management, relationship building, and responsible parenting. As his supervisor said, Luis's positive attitude and dedication in his role as a senior Corps member and a father has helped strengthen the impact of POPS in LCC and the greater community. Building from some of the skills he learned in the LCC construction program, Luis plans to pursue a degree in electrical engineering. On top of his work responsibilities with LCC, Luis is enrolled at Fresno City College, where he is working towards a degree in electrical systems technology. He plans to transfer to Fresno State to get his bachelor's degree. After his first semester at Fresno, Luis had a grade point average of 3.67. Alex joined the Coco Nino Rural Environment Corps, or CREC, after his junior year of high school. At the time, Alex lacked motivation in school, and he struggled with his weight. Spending his summer vacation with CREC's Sedona Youth Conservation Corps meant back-breaking labor in the Arizona heat, but Alex loved it. He discovered he had a passion for conservation work. After his first term with the Corps, Alex had gained self-confidence and lost a significant amount of weight. He finished his high school career on a high note, receiving some of the highest grades he had ever earned. After graduation, Alex returned to CREC as a member of an adult crew. Though he was the youngest member of the crew, Alex's hard work and leadership skills stood out. He was later hired by CREC to be a Youth Conservation Corps mentor. During the summer of 2012, Alex helped lead a crew of teenagers in invasive species removal, trail maintenance, and irrigation work. These crew members reported that Alex made the crew feel like a family, and that he helped them build a greater appreciation for the outdoors. After a summer with the youth crew, Alex became an assistant crew leader for a CREC adult crew. He led Corps members who were 8 years his senior. As Alex's supervisor said, "We just can't say enough great things about Alex and what he has accomplished for both himself and CREC." During his time with CREC, Alex built fences and learned how to operate a chainsaw. He maintained a positive attitude while working in temperatures that routinely reached over 100 degrees. He got in shape and participated in half marathons and marathons. He also earned his emergency medical technician certificate. Alex is currently serving another 3-month term with CREC. He wants to serve an additional term after this one ends in March. Alex hopes to again help lead a youth crew over the summer. Sometime in the near future, Alex wants to use his AmeriCorps Education Awards to take the classes he needs to pursue a career in emergency medical response. Sarah had completed 3 semesters of college, but she still didn't know what she wanted to do with her future. It was around this time that she stumbled across a flyer for the California Conservation Corps. Since college didn't seem to be leading her in any direction, Sarah thought she'd try something new for a bit. Why not join the Corps? She had previously only worked in a bookstore and then in an office, but Sarah had recently discovered a love for backpacking. She enjoyed being outdoors and was up for a challenge. Sarah came to the CCC thinking she'd just try it out for a while, but she ended up finding a calling. During her time with the Corps, Sarah worked her way up from Corps member to supervisor to crew leader, and finally to crew leader 2. She went above and beyond the call of duty, volunteering her personal time to various local community events. Sarah even came into work on her day off to help the crew prepare for 8-day backcountry spike operations. Sarah's hard work and dedication were vital to the success of the CCC Weaverville expansion crew on which she served. Sarah was one of only 9 Corps members statewide selected to represent the California Conservation Corps in a 2-month exchange program with Conservation Volunteers Australia. While abroad, Sarah worked in flood recovery, tree planting, and invasive species removal. Upon returning from Australia, Sarah became a crew leader 2 with the Reading CCC's Type 2 fire crew. Sarah was the only woman on the 20-person crew. As her supervisor said, Sarah has had a very positive effect on her peers. She is a great role model who leads by example. In the field, she coaches her crew on how to be more productive and cohesive by working as a team. During her 3 years with the Corps, Sarah has hiked hundreds and hundreds of miles. She has worked in rain and blazing heat. She earned her driver's license, was able to move out of her parents' house, and found direction for her future. She has been offered numerous jobs with the CCC, but for now Sarah is headed back to school. She is currently using her AmeriCorps Education Awards to pursue an associate's degree in conservation. She hopes to one day work for a federal or state agency, like the National Park Service or the U.S. Forest Service. During Brandon's 3rd week in the Civic Corps Learning Academy in Oakland, California, he wrote a poem titled Just Because. One line stands out. Just because I don't have my high school diploma doesn't mean I am not smart. Brandon joined Civic Corps after dropping out of high school when he failed the California high school exit exam. At the time of his enrollment in the academy, Brandon was unemployed and he wasn't doing much for himself. He decided to join the Corps to try and get back on the right track. Brandon immediately stood out as a smart and reflective student. Less than a year after he started at Civic Corps, Brandon passed the high school exit exam and received his diploma. As one of Civic Corps' staff members said, Brandon's initial intake interview was the best I have ever heard. His eyes and body language told me he wanted to learn. In addition to his impressive academic accomplishments, Brandon has distinguished himself at Civic Corps as a leader. He was invited to be a crew leader and was later promoted to be an intern in the Civic Corps recycling program. He quickly moved up the ranks from sorter to forklift operator and heavy equipment manager. Brandon eventually obtained his Class B driver's license and secured a position with the recycling program as a truck driver, the highest position a Corps member can attain. Brandon is considered an excellent role model for other Corps members. He keeps the peace when fights seem imminent. He helps other Corps members with their schoolwork. He finishes his work early so he can help others with their responsibilities. On a number of occasions, Brandon has appeared on local television to promote the Civic Corps experience. As one of Brandon's supervisors said, Brandon is a natural leader. He stands for what the Corps is all about, community involvement and being a responsible citizen. Brandon is enrolled at Merritt College, where he is using his AmeriCorps Education Awards to pursue an associate's degree. His goal is to one day operate his own landscaping business. He also wants to be a mentor for at-risk youth in his community. Ragda didn't always live in California. She was born in Baghdad, Iraq. Her childhood in Iraq was very pleasant. She had a loving family, many friends, and received good grades in school. Things changed when insurgents took control of Baghdad after the fall of Saddam Hussein. Ragda and her family and neighbors lived in constant fear of kidnappings, bombings, and gunfire. Sadly, Ragda's uncle was kidnapped. His captors called Ragda's cell phone and demanded to only speak with her to work out a ransom deal. Unfortunately, they weren't really looking to negotiate. Ragda's family is still unsure what happened to her uncle. Though Ragda was one of the best students in her school, she was so distraught after the loss of her uncle that she failed her high school exit exam. Just a year later, though, Ragda passed the exam and was accepted to the University of Baghdad. Things changed again, however, after Ragda and her friends were shot at while driving in the city. Ragda's family needed to get out of Iraq. They moved to Beirut, Lebanon in August 2009, and then to San Diego, California in October 2010. Ragda barely spoke English when she came to America. She could only remember a few phrases that she had learned in school. In the spring of 2011, Only about 6 months after coming to America, Ragda joined Urban Corps of San Diego. She quickly stood out as a star student. She got to be so good at English that she started teaching English to new Corps members. She also started speaking about the Corps experience at various events as an Urban Corps of San Diego ambassador. This past fall, Ragda passed the California High School Exit exam, and she received her high school diploma. As one of Ragda's supervisors said, Ragda exemplifies the core ideals of service, perseverance, and determination. Ragda currently works as a cashier in the Urban Corps Recycling Program. She also works nights as a restaurant manager. On top of her work responsibilities, Ragda is enrolled in college. She is on her way to earning her master's degree so that she can become a math teacher for at-risk youth. In her limited free time, Ragda is planning her wedding. After graduating from Indiana University in 2010, Jesse wanted to make some big changes in his life. He decided he wanted to dedicate a year of his life to service. He knew he had to get away from Indiana to really make those big changes happen, but he didn't feel like he was ready to go overseas and do something like joining the Peace Corps. He ended up moving to Colorado, where he had a number of friends. The mountains there seemed like the perfect setting to start fresh. Looking for a chance to serve, Jesse soon came across Mile High Youth Corps in Denver. He had always loved the outdoors, so the Corps seemed like an ideal opportunity. Jesse's drive for a newfound direction in his life and his commitment to service were immediately apparent to his supervisors at MHYC. As a fellow Corps member said, "At the end of the day, I would see Jesse getting back from the day's work site where he had been cutting down trees for forest thinning. He would always have a smile on his face, even though he would crawl out of the van dirtier than anyone. His positivity and work ethic are infectious." During Jesse's first term with MHYC, he installed energy-efficient and water-saving measures in low-income homes. He then became an assistant crew leader for a land conservation crew and participated in forest thinning and fire fuel mitigation. Additionally, Jesse planned many successful service learning activities for MHYC and facilitated the Corps' first career day, an event he has organized for the past 2 years. Jesse is known for his hard work, but also for his ability to motivate and inspire. As one Corps member said, "I feel lucky to have Jesse as a mentor. He has been a key agent in helping me to always see the bigger picture and to understand truly what service means. Jesse has made a huge impact on me and how I have come to view my own term of service." Jesse recently transitioned to a staff position at MHYC. He hopes to continue working for the Corps for the foreseeable future, and hopefully soon start going to graduate school so he can earn his master's degree in either public administration or land management.